What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and once again we have another winter design idea. It is getting to December, so I think it's time to start designing for the winter. I've been doing this all last month. Soon we're going to be doing some Christmas focused design videos, which are going to be really fun. Today we have a packed video, a ton of patterns, and one of the biggest things I've done on my island, which is complete and it's ready to showcase in a video. So I guess we should just get started right here. Okay, so let's go over here, and this is I'm gonna do like 3 rapid fire patterns because I think these 3 are really fun and could add like a ton of detail on your island in the winter. So let's just start off with this one here. So I'm gonna put this on the screen for you, and this is a snow shovel pattern. Okay, and this is kind of similar to the rake pattern that I showed off in the fall here. So you just put this pattern down, and then you place a vaulting pole, and we have a complementary pattern. And I think it looks really cute, especially outside of a villager's house. And I'm so glad I picked this brick pattern because it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like they've been shoveling a bit and they've made the path able to walk on. So I really like this. Again, very simple pattern. If you have like one spot open, we all have one spot open, right? No. Anyway, if you have one spot open, snow shovel, that could be the missing link and adds a ton of detail. So I really like that one. So this next pattern, again, we're going with the rapid fire. This is the second out of the third. This one is very cute, and it does take up 4 pattern slots. Maybe you can just kind of put them in just for like a photo op even, but I think this could be a very awesome detail on your winter islands. So here we go. Let me put this on the screen for you. It's a 4-piece pattern. It is a snow angel pattern. Okay, I've been looking everywhere for one of these. I've seen a couple of them. I put them on and they just didn't really look right. Okay, so here's a 4-piece pattern here. So you're going to want all of these. There's 2 pieces of the head and the arms, and then of course the bottom 2 pieces which make up the snow angel. Man, if you catch one of your villagers on this, you are lucky, and please take a photo. Okay, so here we go. We're going to be doing these in parts. So the first is the top right of the head, and these are high quality, okay? The creator's name is actually Donner, and I've used so many of their patterns on my island. Here we go. So that's the first 2, and then we have the bottom 2. I just love little details like this. If I'm touring an island and I see something like this, it's something that sticks with me. Okay, here we go, guys. This is the snow angel pattern. So it is 4 pieces. I wish it could be like 2 or something like that, but you know what? I'll take the 4 because this looks so good. So again, your villagers, they'll sit everywhere. If you ever catch them, please take a photo. But you know what? We have the sit reaction now, so we can take a photo for ourselves. And look at this. This is so cute. Oh, I have to go into the camera first. Here we go. Do the sit down, and look at that. If not for a photo op, guys, what do you think of this pattern? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and the third rapid fire pattern is another pattern that uses an in-game item. So I always like that. Those are some of my favorites. So again, I'll put this on the screen for you. And this is essentially a sledding trail pattern. So I'm just going to show this on my island right here. You're going to have to kind of find somewhere to put this that's pretty creative, maybe near like a natural incline or something like that, to kind of, you know, show that it's sledding off of a hill or something. You guys are gonna have to get creative. I provide the patterns, you guys do everything else. Okay, so we have the sledding snow pattern, and it's just one pattern. Okay, so we're gonna put this down here, and just think of this as like a hill. Okay, so we're like on a hill. Now what you can do for items is there's 2 possible items that I've seen anyway. The first one is a life ring. So just put this bad boy here, and it's kind of like you're like sledding, or you're like tubing down a mountain. Again, put this in an area that's going to make sense, okay? So you can do that. Also, your villagers will sit in these as well. So again, it's all about the photo ops for the winter time, all right? So let's do this. Let's pick this up right here. And let's actually add another one just to kind of make it like a longer trail. And I love I mean, this takes up 1 spot. So like if you had a bunch of these lines near each other and you and your friends kind of sat down on a sleigh or something, that would be really cool. Okay, the second item, and I just said it, was a sleigh. So let's put this guy down here. And I don't know, pair this near a mountain, guys. Pair this near like a little hill on your island. And this could be a really cool detail. This kind of reminds me of the pattern that I have with the lawn mowing pattern all the way back in spring that you put down and you put like a lawnmower near it. So I really like this pattern, okay? You know, the photo ops are good. You just kind of sit down in here. I think the life preserver is a little bit better, or the life ring's a little bit better for photos. But I think all three of these patterns are really cool details that you can put on your island. All right, and before we get to the big design kind of inspiration idea, the fully complete idea, I want to tell you about these 4 trees, okay? And we're going to be talking about something I've never brought up on the channel. I feel like it's a pretty beginner kind of design idea, but not a lot of people know about it. So we have 4 pine trees here, or the cedar trees here, that you can buy over at Nook's Cranny. Now we're going to be playing with tree height, okay? So you need the starters, okay? So you're going to need to go to Nook's Cranny like I was saying. So plant these out, space them accordingly so they will grow. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to control the height of these trees. Now what we're going to do is skip a day, all right? You don't need to time travel, but for this video purpose, we are going to skip a day and I'm going to show you how to control the height. All right, so we have skipped a day. We've skipped 1 day. So it's snowing now, which looks beautiful in this game. So again, the trees go on a 4-day growth cycle. So I'm going to show you how to control the height of these. Okay, so we have 4 here. I'm going to make all of these a different color. So what you want to do to control the height, say you want these little trees, okay? They could be really cool next to pathing and, you know, maybe a tree farm or something like that. So to control the height of these, I'm just going to dig a hole right behind the tree itself. Now you can dig a hole on the left, the right, or the front, but since we are going to try and hide this, I'm going to do it in the back. So what we're going to do, now you can take any fruit in the game, all right? The only thing you can't use is coconuts, but you're going to take any fruit in the game and you're just going to plant behind it. So a little sprout is going to come up, but for the most part, it's going to cover itself, okay? So now we're going to skip another day, and this tree should be the only tree that doesn't grow. So let's skip another day and show you the progress. All right, so we are another day ahead, and as you can see, the tree that we have stunted the growth on was the only tree that did not grow. So we're going to keep doing this, all right? I'm just going to take the shovel here and just dig directly behind it and plant another piece of fruit. Again, you cannot use coconuts. That's the only thing you can't use. And this could also work, by the way, on hardwood trees and I believe fruit trees. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a great way to add a lot of dimension to your island. You know, a lot of people, like I'm guilty of this too. I haven't really been playing with height up until recently, but a lot of people are kind of guilty of having just tall trees everywhere. So if you want to kind of mix up the feel of your island, this is a great way. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip another day. So this one will not grow and this one will. And then I'm going to skip another day and I'll show you all the heights. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. So here you go, guys. This is the final product right here. We have all 4 sizes of the possible trees you can do. And these, for the most part, look like really different. So again, you could really change the vibe up of your island. The smallest one is pretty cute, but the back sprout doesn't, you know, isn't as hidden. This second one, which I really like, it's kind of the size of your player. It's really cool. This medium one could look very good. And then of course we all have the big cedar trees. One more thing, the sprouts behind will not grow. Okay. So they will stay those little sprouts, and in the process, they will also stop your tree from growing. So, you know, to stop this tree right here, we're just going to plant another piece of fruit. And this is just a really cool way to kind of set your island apart from everyone else's. Remember, you can do this with hardwood trees. You can do this with fruit trees. So kind of a cool little trick. Okay, the moment you guys have been waiting for. This is one of the finished products on my island, and I really like it. The entire scene of it is pretty much done at this point. So in one of the last episodes, I showed you this train station, and this is a building that I built. Very simple. All you need is a wooden bookshelf and simple panels and the pattern that I gave you. So very, very simple. So we're going to continue on this little pathing that I made, and we have now arrived at the tree farm. And I'll just do a little pan up here. So this is what my tree farm looks like. Again, it looks a little bit more difficult than what it actually is. So Right here, we'll just start with the pieces of it, and then I'll kind of go over it as a whole. So right here, we have the tree farm sign. I'll put that on the screen for you. And this is kind of an old style type, you know, kind of has that Christmassy flair with the font that's being used here. Now, I will say that you could take this pattern that I'm showing on the screen, or you could just go to Able Sisters, go to the criteria search, and just type in tree farm. There's a whole bunch of tree farm signs that are pretty high quality. There's some lower quality ones, but you're going to have to sift through that. But that's kind of a cool tool that you can use. So we have the tree farm sign, and this is really the building that we're using. So again, all it is simple panels and this creator code, which I'll put on the screen for you. Now the 4 that I'm using for this, and this is the same creator that I used for the train station building, we are essentially using this brick window, the brick wall, the brown door, and the colonial window. And again, you're just going to use these patterns, customize a copper variant of the simple panel, and then you're going to use the bookshelves. Now, the dimensions of this are 4 bookshelves wide in the front with 8 simple panels in the front. Okay, so that makes the bottom. All right. Next, we put these 2 stalls here with this pattern. So this is kind of like a green, sort of weathered, rusted, sort of metal pattern. And I really like this. It's a good contrast with the brick and also the snow there. So that's what I use for the stall. And then looking up even more, we have 6 simple panels up top with 3 bookcases wide. And then to the top left, you can see that we've used a brick silo. So again, I just customized that. It matches pretty well with this pattern, and I'm just very happy the way that this came out. All right, we just put a little bit of details like firewood on the stalls. We also have these tabletop festive trees that are already in the game. And then we have our trees right here with using the trick that I just showed you guys with kind of controlling the tree height. So we just, you know, for this, since the trees are so close, all we had to do was plant one of these fruit sprouts or fruit starters in the middle, and they stop both trees surrounding. So again, using the height of the trees, it looks like a tree farm. It looks like you would come and, you know, cut these down and bring them home. So this is the complete tree farm look. We also have a little stump over here with an axe. I want to show you some more details, kind of a part 2 of the tree farm, one of my favorite parts actually. So we have an incline over here, and before I show you that big scene over there, don't look, we have sort of the siding of the tree farm building. Okay, you can see some of the dimensions up top. That's kind of how I made the top of the tree farm. We have 2 brick ovens right here, kind of acting as a little chimney. And on the right of this, we have sort of a log cutting station to kind of like, I don't know, stoke these a little bit and keep it going. So I think this is a really cute touch. You can put this log cutting station anywhere. This is just a log stool. And then again, the firewood items. So I don't know. I just think that's a really cool touch. Okay, so I didn't want to stop there. I didn't want to just have a building and 6 little trees out front. To me, that's not a tree farm. We need the whole tree experience. So I'm just going to walk up to this, not really say much, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. So here we go. This is sort of our big reveal of our trees. And I'll do a little look up here. And as you can see, it is just a terraformed area. So that is the bottom level, and I am up on the 3rd level. Now, perspective is key with this design. So as you can see, if I walk all the way up, the entire frame, it has something in it. There's no kind of dead area here. But all I did really was I put a bunch of cedar trees. I controlled the growth with most of them. Put some log stakes, weeds, stumps, put some fallen trees, and it just kind of looks like a tree farm / wooden area. And I absolutely love it. This is an area that you come to and you just kind of stare at it and you're like, wow, this looks pretty great. Also look at the green mums. Those are the only flowers that I used in here. We also have like some sticks on the ground, some pine cones, which I've mentioned before. If you are still in November, shake those trees, get all the pine cones that you can. Also, let me zoom in on this. I forgot to mention this actually with the trees. So that little stump that's cut down, you can make different size stumps based on the size of your tree. So that's kind of another incentive. even if you don't want to keep like a smaller tree, you can always cut it down and create like a smaller stump, which definitely looks cool. Let me know what you think of my complete tree farm, guys. Another thing, if you control the tree growth like we were talking about before, they will not have lights on them. So if you are in the winter, the fully grown cedar trees will sometimes have those Christmas lights that you can see straight ahead. The smaller trees will not. So that's kind of more appropriate for a tree farm. But I absolutely love this. And we have like just different layers going on. I'm going to do some pathing here. So this actually isn't complete yet, but we're going to do some pathing leading up here. And this to me just screams Christmas and holiday time. And I'm really proud about how this turned out. Thank you guys so much for making it this far in the video, by the way. So these are the Turkey Day pedestals, or I kind of forgot what the item is. So these were for Turkey Day, and a lot of people were complaining, saying that the Turkey Day items, like what am I going to do after Turkey Day? Well, these little columns here, or little pedestals, match perfectly with the museum. So all I've done is I put 2 right outside the museum, put a couple holiday candles on, and this is such an easy look. Just make 2 of them, and instantly your museum is heightened. So I just kind of wanted to share that little thing. Let me know if you've been using these, by the way. I think they're super cute. Okay, so there you go. We have a bunch of patterns that you guys can use to kind of spruce up your islands a bit. We now know how to control tree size, and you got to take a look at my tree farm, hopefully inspiring you along the way. And I will see you in the very next video. Have a good one.